What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, we have another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Indigo Disc DLC leaking rumor and riddle update. And there's also a little bit of drama about the 25 legendaries that we reported on previously. There might be some false truths to that. And we got some more riddles about the Paradox Pokemon, and we learned about the Regulation F VGC. And of course, guys, like this type of content, enjoy these videos. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider supporting the channel by joining the Pan Fam by hitting that join member button below. Now, to begin, I want to talk about the drama around the 25 legendary Pokemon that are potentially being added to the Indigo Disc DLC as static encounters. We don't know how we're going to encounter them, but we know that, at least from what Riddler Koo said, that there's going to be different items that we can use to spawn these Pokemon. We don't know if it's going to be in raids. We don't know if it's just going to be a regular static encounter, but these are the 25 Pokemon. Now, there is drama around it. Anubis, who is a prominent data miner for Pokemon in general, and I love posting their work. They're usually correct with a lot of their stuff. They say, by the way, since someone has already sent me this, the list of the 25 data mine Pokemon that will be in DLC 2 is completely made up from limited info they didn't snub. Riddler Koo responds to that and says, LOL, just because he doesn't know how to retrieve the data doesn't mean other data miners can't. Perhaps he should consider learning some Chinese before advancing further with his data mining efforts. So Anubis goes into Twitter here and tweets up a storm and says, I've seen the list of the alleged 25 legendaries for DLC 2. I don't know that it's true because there is so much speculation posing as fact. There's an easy way to prove it was data mined. Provide the location of the game files, and then any data miner can verify what is there. If the location of data is known, then I'm happy to tell you what it says, how right it is, and how wrong I am to doubt it. Until then, even if it is true, I can't verify that it actually was data mined. It could be leaks or a lucky guess pretending to be data mine info. If you read my write-ups, you notice that I often include files and disassembly at the end so others can independently verify my work. That's all I'm asking for here. It's like writing a science paper and including method sections for others to replicate the results. So Anubis is essentially saying, Riddler Koo, you didn't find anything. And to be fair, Riddler Koo didn't find anything in general. This was based off of the Chinese Riddler on Chinese social media, and Riddler Koo was just posting that. Riddler Koo doubled down and went to defend this data mine, but we don't know if it actually happened. So yes, and this person says they apparently based entirely on items found in the item table in 2.0.1. This is where we're getting the 25 items from. And then Anubis says the items don't have any names, only blanks where they were sorted. So it's still entirely guessing and not indicative of static encounters or shiny locks. I can always share that guessing game and then anyone can feel smart. So they're fighting. The girls are fighting, guys. And honestly, I do hope Riddler Koo is wrong, because I hope there is more than 25 legendaries that we could potentially shiny hunt in the post game of the Indigo Disc DLC. But let me know in the comment section below what you want to see with the legendaries, because this is definitely a lot of drama, and we're going to find out soon, obviously, because less than 2 weeks. And I do think we're going to get a trailer sometime next week, maybe even on Monday we will get something. But until then, we're just going to have to keep on speculating on who's actually right. Now, Riddler Koo did tweet this out. We have a brand new riddle to cover. Riddler Koo says, electric, fire, water, steel, rock, psychic. Why must they destroy the pattern? Now, when we look at these types, we can see that they're obviously lined up in trios, right? And the types do line up mostly with the Paradox trios of each legendary, right? So electric, fire, water is obviously the Paradox Beast trio with a Walking Wake, Raging Bolt, and whatever the Paradox Entei's final name going to be, which I do think is going to be like a gouging like heat or something like that. But then it gets a little bit more interesting. Steel, rock, psychic, right? So we know Iron Crown represents the steel. Iron Boulder, which we assume is going to be the Paradox Terrakion name, is going to be the rock here. But then psychic, well, we know that Iron Leaves is psychic, but they're all psychic. All of those in that part is going to be psychic. So Iron Crown is psychic. Iron Boulder is also going to be psychic as well. So why must they destroy the pattern? The psychic is what's definitely throwing this off here. And this Twitter user pretty much figured it out. Look at their signature moves. Raging Bolt signature move is Thunderclap, which is going to be a phenomenal move, by the way. It's going to be electric type Sucker Punch. Crazy. Walking Wake has Hydro Stream. Iron Crown has a Tachyon Cutter, which is Steel. Iron Leaves has Psyblade, which is Psychic. So pretty much this confirms to us that we know that Paradox Entei, his signature move is going to be a fire move, while Paradox Terrakion, which Iron Boulder, I'm still going to say, is going to be a rock type exclusive move for it as well. So for some reason, Iron Leaves had a psychic type move instead of a grass type move for a signature move, which is very weird. Why did they mess up the pattern? I don't know. I mean, psychic is a better attacking type than grass. However, grass is phenomenal coverage wise though. Like having a strong grass move is definitely great. So I do wish it was grass. It would have made a lot of sense, but I don't know. They made it psychic. That's pretty interesting to me. Hopefully we get to see what these actual moves do for the Entei and for the Terrakion Paradoxes, because I really want to know. Now, speaking of the Paradoxes, Rhydon has an interesting theory that I think is actually worth covering here. Walking Wake is Water Dragon, Raging Bull's Electric Dragon, Gouging Fire, or whatever, is Fire Dragon. Iron Leaves, Iron Crown, and Iron Boulder. Grass Psychic, Seal Psychic, Rock Psychic. Well, what if Terapagos is Dragon Psychic, taking the common denominator of the typings between the two groups? And I could totally see Dragon Psychic happening here. There's actually an old Riddler Coup tweet where there was 4 types that Riddler Coup said that Terapagos could be. And he said it was a dual type. He said Dragon, Psychic, Normal, and Rock. And this lines up perfectly well with that riddle that Riddler Coup put out there. And I can totally see it being Dragon and Psychic. I mean, Dragon Psychic, pretty strong typing for sure. Very offensive, definitely. And I think it's honestly makes sense. I think I can totally see Dragon Psychic in Terapagos. Let me know in the comment section below what type you think Terapagos is going to be. And for our last story, we got brand new news about VGC Regulation F. It's going to be beginning January 4th and it's going to be ending April 30th. Now, this is going to include all Pokemon found in the DLC Part 2, the Indigo Disc. They're going to be eligible. So, one, has to be Pokemon in the Dex. However, certain Pokemon are illegible. The list will be announced on December 25th. I don't know why they're announcing it on Christmas, which Pokemon you can't use. Seems like the Grinch. But most likely it's going to be all restricted Pokemon, which is usually box legendaries are the ones you can't use. Obviously, mythical Pokemon are not allowed to use in actual VGC usage as well until like the last year where they stop running tournaments on that game as well. So I have a feeling that we'll probably be able to finally use things like Walking Wake and Iron Leaves and those guys in this, which is going to be really exciting. But don't expect to see Miraidon and Koraidon to be legal or Terapagos either until after April 30th. Once we hit after April 30th, we should have our first restricted meta, which will most likely allow for 1 restricted Pokemon per team. And then once that meta is over, it's going to be all restricted Pokemon allowed. And that's usually how they end with VGCs. It's like an all legendary meta. So this is going to be interesting stuff. I mean, I am very excited to use things like Archlodon. I hope it ends up being a great Pokemon. Of course, Metagross is back. The 1 pseudo legendary coming back for this Indigo Disc DLC. So a lot of cool stuff for sure. Can't wait to see it. And of course, guys, I like this type of content. Enjoy these videos. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Indigo Disc news, leaks, and guides. Don't forget, shiny hunting guides coming. Peace out and have a good one.